Hey there, first grade. How's everybody doing today? And welcome back to another remote learning math lesson with Mr. Enzi. Today, you are going to need your start, change, end template. And you're going to place that right inside your sheet protector there so that you can follow along with today's lesson. So let's get started as I shrink myself into the corner. Today we are going to be doing grade 1 lesson 3.7, more counting to add and subtract. And you're going to use your start, change, end math mat and your sheet protector. So let's get started with a little warm-up here. A warm-up helps us to get our mind ready for math. Here is a problem that I have up on the screen. 5 plus 0. What is the answer to 5 plus 0? Hold me up the number of fingers that you think is the answer. I see lots of 5s. You are correct. 5 plus 0 is 5. How about our next one? Our next one says 0 plus 9. What would be the answer to 0 plus 9? Let me see those fingers. 0 plus 9 equals 9. Now you might remember the little rule that we have in math. When we add 0 to any number, it's always the other number. So that is pretty easy if you know the rule of adding 0. Let's try another little warm-up. Oh, here we have 4 plus 6. 4 plus 6. Now, we should know this, or we should start to be learning this one, because 4 plus 6 more equals 10. That's a friend of 10. How about 6 plus 4? What would 6 plus 4 equal? That's another friend of 10. So when we know our friends of 10, we also learn a lot more facts. Now, here's another little warm-up. If 9 plus 8 equals 17, then 8 plus 9 equals... Oh, this one has to do with our turnaround facts. If 9 plus 8 is 17, then 8 plus 9 must also be 17. So even knowing your turnaround facts, you learn a lot more of our math problems to solve. Awesome job. Today we're going to be looking at adding on the number line, and we're also going to look at subtracting on the number line. But we're going to start with adding. Now, we've been doing this for a couple of months now since school started. Start at 5, count up 4. Where do you land? And then we learned about how we can put that on a start, change, end diagram. We would say start at 5, count up 4. Where do you land? Right? Counting up is to add. And then we were able to write it as a number model. 5 plus 4 equals... And then we used a number line to help us find the answer. Start at 5, count up 4. Where do you land? Where did we land? 5 plus 4 more gives us 9. So we've been working on counting on a number line and adding on a number line. But today we're going to take a look at what happens when that unknown moves to different parts. So let's take a look at another one. This time it's a little bit different. This time our unknown is not going to be in the end box. So let's take a look and do this one together on our sheet protector. Start at 7. End at 9. How many hops up did you make? Well, let's fill out our start change in. Now, don't get tricked. Here's the word start. Start at 7. So I'm going to put in the 7 in my start box. Here's the word end. End at 9. That means in my end box, I have to put in the number 9. Now that's tricky. Usually our second number goes in the change box. But the word end tells me it's a clue. It's going to go in the end box. How many hops up did you make? And the hops, that's our change. So we don't know how many hops up that I made. And our number model would look like this. 7 plus a missing number equals 9. Now I have to solve that on my number line. Well, I start at 7, so I put a dot at 7. I end at 9, so I put a dot at 9. How many hops up did I have to make? Well, now I have to connect the dots, making hops. 1, 2. How many hops up did we make? We made 1 and 1 more. We made 2 hops up. So 7 plus 2 equals 9. Now, some of you may like to use the rock, right? We make that rock, we make that fist. And the fist is what has our starting number. So in this case, the number 7 is in my rock. 7 in the rock, and I want to count up until I get to 9. 7, 8, 9. How many hops up did I make? I made 8, 9. I made 2 hops. And that's exactly what we figured out when we hopped on our number line. Awesome job. Go ahead and clear your sheet protector, because here's another one that we can practice. Now this one is also different. Our unknown is going to be in a different box. Let's see. You made 3 hops up. You ended at 8. Where did you start? Oh, where did you start is our question mark. We don't know where we started. So let's put a question mark in our start box. You made 3 hops up. You ended at 8. Well, the end is 8. So I'm going to put an 8 in my end box. You made 3 hops up. The hops are the change. You can even see the little hop here, right? So if we made 3 hops up, that means plus 3. Well, look at this number model. Missing number plus 3 more equals 8. Wow! This one's tricky because we don't know where we started, but we know where we ended. We landed on the number 8. So let's go ahead and color in a dot for the 8 tick mark. Now, we made 3 hops up. So I have to make 3 hops back to find where I started. Now I'm going to say that again. In our number model, we made 3 hops up to land on 8. But now I have to go backwards to find where I started. So I'm going to make 3 hops back. So it's going to look like this on our number line. 1 hop back, 2 hops back, 3 hops back. Where did I start? What number did we start at? You can see it on the number line. We started at 5. We counted up 3 hops. 1, 2, 3, and we landed on 8. So a mathematician always checks to make sure his answer is correct. 5 plus 3 equals 8. Awesome job. Go ahead and clear off your sheet protector. Because just like we can add on the number line, we also can do some subtracting on the number line. Let's take a look at our first subtraction problem. Start at 8, count back 5. Where did you land? Now this one is our easiest type of problem. It's the one we've been working on the most. Let's see if we can fill in our start, change, end. Start at 8. Where are we going to put that 8? Well, it tells us we're starting at 8. So 8 goes in the start box. Count back 5. Oh, so whenever we count up or count back, that's our change. But because we're counting back, it's going to be subtraction. Minus. Where do you land? We don't know where we're going to end up at. So we put the question mark. That makes our number model 8 minus 5 equals. But we know how to do this on our number line. Go ahead and solve this problem on your number line. Start at 8, count back 5. Where do you land? Did you land at the number 3? That's because 8 minus 5 equals 3. Awesome job. Go ahead and clear off that sheet protector, because now we're going to try another subtracting problem. But this time our unknown is going to be in a different spot. Let's see what this looks like. Start at 10. End at 4. How many hops back did you make? Well, let's look for our clue words so that we can fill out our start, change, end. Start at 10. Oh, I see the word start. So the 10 must be our start. End at 4. Well, I have an end box, and it's telling me I'm going to end at 4. So 4 is going to go in my end box. How many hops back did you make? And whenever we make a hop, that's our change. So if I'm making hops backwards, that's minus. We're subtracting. So I'm going to put a question mark because I don't know. So now my number model is going to look like this. 10 minus a missing number equals 4. So let's solve this one on our number line. Start at 10. I'm going to put a dot at 10. And I'm going to end at 4. So I'm going to put a dot at 4. Now I have to connect my dots. How many hops backwards do I have to make to connect them? So I'm going to start at 10, and I'm going to count back until I get to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hops back. 10 minus 6 equals 4. And you might see our friend of 10 is in there. 4 plus 6 equals 10. Awesome job. Let's clear our sheet protector and try one more. Here's another subtracting problem, but our unknown is going to be in another different place. Let's see what this one says. You made 5 hops back. You landed on 2. Where did you start? Ooh, this is a tricky one. You made 5 hops back. Well, whenever we make hops, that's our change. So our change is going to be 5. And because we made 5 hops back, that's subtracting. So we put a minus sign down. You landed on 2. That's where we ended. We ended at 2. So I'm going to put a 2 in my end box. Where did you start? I'm going to put a question mark in the start. Notice this time, our question mark is at the beginning. Missing number minus 5 equals 2. Well, let's see how we can solve this on our number line. We ended up at 2. So let's put a dot on the 2. Now, we had to count back 5, but because I'm doing my problem in the opposite way, I'm not going to count back 5. I'm going to count up 5 to find out where I started. So let's hop up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where did we start? Did you land on 7? 7. Count back 5 equals 2. So we were able to solve some different problems today where our unknown was in a different spot. And we used our start, change, end diagram to help us. And then we used our number line to see if we could find the missing number. Awesome job, first grade. All right, you're going to have some problems to solve where the missing number is going to be in different spots. And you can use your start, change, end diagram and your number line to help you. So go ahead and get started. I can't wait to see how smart you are.